guys, welcome back to my channel. And I'm just like feeling makeup videos, so I will be doing another makeup video today. Last makeup video I did was all about the eye makeup, so this one is going to be all about the base. So this is me without base. I've done my eyes. I was gonna do like a crazy video, like super glow, use everything I've got that's glowy, and then I thought, hold up, I don't actually have that much stuff that's glowy. So I have picked everything that I do have that's glow based or that has highlighter in it or shimmer, you know, and I picked everything. I've got about 3 products, so I'm just gonna say this video is all about a summer glowy makeup that looks beautiful, natural, and stays put even when you're sweating. And today is freaking muggy. I am like roasting hot right now. I have the windows open, I have a fan on over here. It's not the best fan in the world, so I am so hot. So this will put this makeup to the test, and hopefully you'll learn some tricks on how to summer proof that makeup base. We are going into autumn within the next month or so, but again it's muggy. It's like hot as hell right now, and I'm roasting, I'm like sweating. The sun's not out but it's hot, so we still need these tips and tricks, right? So that's what we're going to go with, so I'm just going to jump straight in. Okay, so I have already moisturized my skin. This is key for a flawless base, so pick a very good moisturizer or a facial oil. I find moisturizers are best for soaking in. Facial oils are helpful if your foundation is a little bit drying, or if your skin's quite dry and you just need that extra oil in the makeup to make it glide on better. But today I have used the Vaseline Cocoa Butter moisturizer. It's my fave. Then I've just gone and primed my skin with a silicone base. Then you can go ahead and take any setting spray you like. This is my Prep and Set Spray by Mark. I love this stuff. I'm just going to quickly spritz my face. That, like now, it's a prepping spray as well as a setting spray, and it will just help lock in that layer. So you don't need a lot. So I was gonna think, I was gonna be like, shall I use this stick foundation like I did before, or should I use a glowy foundation? I think because it is a glowy look, I will use this glowy foundation. This has better coverage, but it's very matte. This is sort of a medium coverage, but it is more of a satin finish, so we're going to go ahead and use this one. So this is the Infallible Pro Glow. It's fairly new. I have done a review on this. It is on Amazon if you want to get your hands on it. So the finish is radiant, so we're going for a summery radiant glow. It wears up 24 hours, coverage medium, texture airlight, so it is really runny. It's like a really nice hydrating foundation. Why don't you try it if you are dry like myself. And the product that's going to make this extra glowy is this Mark Glow On, and it's basically like, it's a highlighting juice. Yes, it's a juice. So what we have here is, it's like, you can use it with your moisturizer, you could use it sort of after you've primed. You can mix this in with a foundation, or you could do all 3 steps. It's totally up to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix a little bit of this with this to get that extra radiant glow. I haven't tried this yet, fingers crossed. So if you're wondering what sort of thing I've got on my eye, I'll give you a little close-up. I've just done a spotlight eye with a glitter like cut crease line. It's something very different. It is a little bit heavy. I kind of got carried away, but that's how it came out. This could be like super glam, like going out. Okay, so here we have the standard foundation and a blob of the glow stuff. You can see it dripping. Yeah, you can see it's like a pearlescent type jam. So I've mixed those two together. If you're wondering what shade I've got, it's New Beige 203. This shade is quite nice. So I'm just going to mix that on the back of my hand. Some people like to apply it to the face and mix it, but I personally like to create this like scientific experiment in front of my face. So this is how it looks. It doesn't actually look like scary crazy or anything. So I'm just going to dot that around my face. And then I'm going to be taking my PlusSizeBarbieMUA brush, using the foundation side. I like it. I'm going to use that to blend everything in, and then I'll probably go over it with a beauty blender just for the finish. So that's blended in using the brush. You can still see like little strokes here. So I do like to take my, look at this, it's like a little egg case. I like to keep them clean. So I like to take my Makeup Revolution's soft beauty sponge and just pat that in. It just makes all those little brush strokes disappear. I've just washed it, so it smells like hand wash. So you can see the coverage of this is not like super full coverage, but in the summer I suppose you don't want to look cakey, or you want your skin kind of to glow and just look radiant and like a second skin. So I suppose this is a better foundation for the summertime. Gets all in my hair. A little tip I like to use as well is I like to put a little lip balm on prior to my makeup. So when I do my moisturizer, I put a little lip balm on, gives it a chance to settle in, soak in, and then prime your lips ready for any sort of, oh my god, baby rain, any liquid lipsticks that you may be using. Okay, so we are pretty much all blended. So hot. I am so hot right now. Okay, so foundation on. These two have worked really nicely together. You can see it's like a very nice satin radiant finish. Nothing too extreme. So you could go ahead and set spray over the entire face if you wanted to do that now. I am quite a dry person, so I don't need to take that extra step. But if you are oily or your makeup does slip off a lot easier than mine, then go ahead and take that extra step. So what is next? Alright, so I like to do slight contouring. I'm going to do some cream contour. I have a hair and it's tickling. This isn't a breakout. I'm like, my psoriasis is flaring up since coming off my injections and being a pregnant person. So yeah, I've started to get it on my face. So I'm just taking the Laritzy Cosmetics thingy that I use a lot. It's a really good product, really creamy, and I'm just going to quickly do some contouring. So you just want to look like sun-kissed and chiseled. And if you have a round face like myself, it does really help. So start at the top of your ear and work your way down to the corner of your mouth. That is the standard contour. And then you can take some around the jaw. I don't want to do any nose contour with this. My nose is quite slim. I don't feel I need to. And I have quite a small forehead, so I only use the smallest amount there. And then we are going to be doing a little highlighting. So, okay guys, this highlighter. This one right here. Okay, it's hyped, it's super hyped, it's crazy hyped. I didn't like it personally when I first got it. I have changed my mind. I have removed the sponge, so we just have this now. It's like a nubbin. Removing that has given me life. The sponge takes up a hell of a lot of the product and it carries bacteria, and I didn't like it. The sponge didn't work for me, so I've removed the sponge. You get so much more product than you would before, and I just apply it on my finger and then blend it out, and I just love this now. It's amazing. If you don't get on with this, try taking the sponge off. So I'm just going to take some of that. I'm not even being neat. 2 little twists and you've got some product to play with. Like before, I was twisting for ages and it was crazy. It just wasn't coming. Take some down the centre of my nose. Just dabbing that on. A little on the chin, and then I like to go underneath. I'm not going to add too much. And then we're just going to use that sponge and go. I am hot, I am sweating. And for my contour, I like to take a brush and blend that out. Beautiful. So there's a whole debacle about like liquid highlighters and powder. What do you do first? It doesn't sit well, blah de blah. Yeah, there is a whole like debacle. What do you do first? Do you do your powder? Do you do your liquid? I don't know. What's your opinions on that? Personally, I want to set my under eyes as soon as possible. So I'm going to use a little powder to set them. And then we'll figure out the rest. I've like brushed off an eyebrow a bit. We'll sort that, we'll clear that up. So, highlight and contour knocked out. I'm going to take some of my Maybelline powder here just to set my under eyes. Usually I would take this powder everywhere, but I'm just going to take it down the center of the nose where I highlighted to cut under there. And a little under the lip. I sweat there like crazy, so I'm just going to place some of that here and a little above the top lip, because you know sweat works its way on my lip. So I like to push that into the nasal creases as well, because that is a sweaty area. So wherever you find that your face sweats the most, or first take the loose powder and push that into your pores as quick as you can after you have concealed. It just sets it a lot faster. I don't really sweat on my forehead much, but I'm just going to take the remaining of that powder, pushing that in. I don't sweat here, guys. This is just like to enhance where the contour is. So that is all I'm doing with the loose powder. If you are an extremely oily person, or you do sweat a lot more than the standard human being. There's nothing wrong with that. So that's just the way it works sometimes. Take that powder everywhere. Get a big powder brush and dust it on. Big fluffy brush and just whiz that on. Or you could take some standard like setting powder here. It's not loose, it's sort of translucent, and you can just dip your brush in there, go. That's what I like to do normally. Because this is glowy, I don't want to take the glowiness away too much, and I am going to be working with this product, which is wet. So because it's a glowy makeup tutorial, I'm going to try this product as a highlighter. I used it on my eyes, if you did watch the video before. So this is this stuff here, I cannot pronounce. So they suggest to place it on the back of the hand. It's so pretty. Place it on the back of the hand. That's what it looks like. It's beautiful. Mix that in with a finger, like so, and go. Can you see that? That's not actually too bad. I thought this would be so scary. It's very natural, it's very subtle. I need some more. Beautiful. This would work very, very nicely with a lot of different skin tones. So I think this would work even better with a dark skin tone, like very tan, or even a Indian type skin tone, like a really dark one. This is very shimmery, and it has a pink undertone, which works as a blusher for me. But for a darker skin tone, a tan skin tone, a deeper skin tone, this would work really nice as an actual highlighter. So I'm just going to take a little above the temples, onto the forehead, it's just so natural and glowy, but I want to look extremely radiant. Taking that down the centre of the nose slightly, on the chin. It's not so bad. It's like a pinky little pretty tone. So I'm going harder than this. It's just I need to look so like glowy in some cases. So I'm going to take this here. This is my Makeup Revolution's highlighter, and I like to mix it with this one. What is this? I've had this years. It's like the cheapest highlight you can find on eBay. I like to mix the two colours on a fan brush because I like the in-between of a pearlescent and a glow, like a gold. So I mix these two and it really does pop, and because there is something that's damp on my skin right now, it grabs it a lot better. Look at that. Just look at that. And if you want to go harder than this, get the setting spray from before and spritz the brush that you're using, and it just sort of gives it more of an extreme highlight. The wetter, the damn better. Beautiful. Take a little on the Cupid's bow. So we have really glowy skin. I got an itch. I'm not picking my nose. Have a little touch of your skin. If it feels wet, then you can powder over the top. The powder locks it in and helps it stay. Oh my god, what is this? I have the itchiest of noses. So I'm just going to quickly powder down the areas that feel damp, but I'm not going to touch over the glowy highlighted areas that we have just done. So I'm just going to powder with this powder here the areas that feel a little damp, just helps lock that in. Then we just do a little spritz with this setting spray. And we could do with wafting. Hold the thought. Okay, I've got some mail here. And this just locks it in a lot quicker. Oh yeah, my last glowy product that I'm going to be using is this. It is a blush and it is a glowy one. I got it out of a glossy box. I totally forgot the name of it. I'm sorry. But it's like a very rosy, dusty rose, and it's very glowy, very glittery. Sorry if that didn't focus. And because I've just sprayed, it will grab on even nicer. I just apply that very lightly to the apple, blending upwards. And that blends in the highlight as well, so there's no harsh edges. Super glowy. Take a little on the nose, and we are done. I'm just gonna whack on some light products. If you want to stay for that, that's fine. So we have here Maybelline New York Colour Sensational. This I find is sort of a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, is it? Pillow Talk, the overlining one. What shade are we in? It's called Shaping Lip Liner. Shade would help, 50, Dusty Rose, if it is something that you're interested in. So I'm just gonna line my lips with this. It's very natural and rosy and pink and beautiful. Then I'm gonna take, what is this? It's very old. Coco K Kylie Jenner lip, and I'm not gonna like go crazy. I'm just gonna pat it on and tap it in. These two work really well together. That is it. So I'll give you a close-up of my skin. So it's very dewy. It's not so matte as what I'd normally go for. It's dewy, it's light, it doesn't look cakey at all. Glowy, summery, and that is the way I keep my foundation locked in place, by powdering the areas that I need to, what sweat more, and literally more sprays of this than usual. They are my essential tips to keeping your makeup locked in all day. If you do find that your sweat is pushing your foundation out, maybe you're more oily than I am, all you have to do is take some powder. So I would say take the loose powder, as it's better at locking in, and just push that foundation back into place with the powder and spritz, and you're good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some tips and tricks on ways to keep your foundation on, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Really, that's the main goal. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, love yourself, and I will see you in the next video.